Journaling is one of the best ways to work through difficult thoughts and emotions, discover important new things about yourself, and get to the deep root of problems so that you can solve them for good. Journaling is an amazing tool for growth, so here's 3 tips to help you with your journaling sessions. Before we get into this first tip, there will be one extra bonus tip at the end of the video that could be the key to mastering your journaling sessions. It works amazingly well for some people and absolutely terribly for others. So if you want to find out what that tip is and if it's the key to your success with journaling, make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. Okay, so tip number 1 is to use prompts. The whole thing with journaling is it helps you to tap into your subconscious mind. That's how you unlock these new truths about yourself and get to the deeper roots of problems. You get into this flow state where you're writing consciously, and then before you know it, you've tapped into your subconscious mind and all these things are coming up that you never knew were there, and that's the important stuff. So prompts help you to get into that flow state and tap into the subconscious. So prompts would be things like, for example, if you have low self-worth and you're trying to work on that and figure out what exactly it is you don't like, where this low self-worth comes from in the first place, you could use a prompt like, why am I not good enough? Or I am not good enough because ... and then you free flow from there. You start writing. It's going to feel conscious to begin with, but eventually once you start writing more and you get into the flow of it, things are just going to start coming and you're just going to be writing without thinking, and that's where the real good stuff is. So it sounds like a weird kind of negative prompt to use, but when you're trying to tap into the root cause of this, you need to know where it's come from. You need to know what exactly it is about yourself that you don't like, and that's how you access this stuff. Why am I not good enough ... and fill in the blanks. Another example of a prompt would be, say you're working on something specific that happened to you, a certain situation. You could say, this made me feel ... or this made me think, and then you free flow and you journal from there. And a deeper one further on from that would be, I think I felt this way because, or I think I had these thoughts because ... and then you fill in the blanks. So again, it will start to feel conscious to begin with. You're going to be thinking like, why did I feel that way? Why did I think that way? But before you know it, over time, you're going to start just writing and getting into the flow of things, and before you know it, you'll be writing pages and pages without even thinking about it. And that's where the stuff from your subconscious mind will come up, and you'll discover, wow, that's really why I felt that way, and that's why I thought this way about this, and that's why I don't like myself. And these real deep truths will come up, which then allows you to work on them, and that's where the real progress is made. So prompts is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is just a quick one, and it is to remember that journaling is a skill. Like almost everything in self-help and therapy, it's a learnable skill. You're probably not going to be great at it straight away. A lot of people get disheartened when they can't do like what I was describing in the first tip about just free flowing and all this unconscious stuff's coming up. It's probably not going to happen the first time you try it. It definitely didn't the first little while that I did this for. It took a long time to get to that stage where things just come out and these deep truths get unlocked every time you sit down and journal. It's a learnable skill. So be patient with yourself. Don't be disheartened when it doesn't go like that straight away, because it probably won't, but it is a learnable skill. So keep going with it. Try different techniques, different prompts, and don't give up. You will get there. Tip number 3 is, once you've done your journaling and you've written everything down, don't stop there. Go back through it and work on it from that point onwards. Journaling in itself, just writing everything down, getting it all out, that's really therapeutic. It's going to help you a lot by itself. But I think it's important to go back through what you've written, because what you've written lays the foundation for the deepest possible work. It gives you everything you need to finally process and really deal with those problems on the deepest level. So if you've used a prompt, like I said at the start, like why am I not good enough, you've now got pages written out about why you're not good enough, which kind of sucks in itself. It's going to help you because now you know what you need to deal with. But it's important to go back through and challenge that stuff. Question and challenge the thoughts and beliefs and emotions that came up while you were writing. Question and challenge what's written on that page and figure out how you're going to work on it. Come up with an action plan. Take a look at what you've written. Is that really the person you want to be? If it's not, what can you do about that? Take a look at what you've written about yourself. Is that really true? Is that self-belief really true? Or can I question and challenge that now? Journaling in itself is amazing, but it lays the foundation for even deeper work if you go back through it and you ask yourself those questions and you challenge what you've written and you come up with action plans to deal with what you've just put down on that paper. So it's important to go back through it and do that deeper work after you've done the journaling. Okay, so lastly, the bonus tip. is to meditate using the kind of prompts we spoke about in the first tip. Prompts like, this made me feel like this because, or I think the reason I had these thoughts in this situation was because ... These kind of prompts we spoke about in the first tip, whatever prompts you want to use for your session, meditate on them. So get yourself into a meditation headspace, take the deep breaths, quiet the mind, all of that good stuff, get into a mindful meditation style headspace, and then ask yourself these questions internally. This made me feel like this because, you know, ask yourself in your mind, why did it make me feel like that? And then just meditate on that question, repeat it in your mind, and hold space for silence for the answers to come up. This is something that works really well for a lot of people and not at all for others. It works sometimes for me and sometimes not, but I know a lot of people who swear by this tactic. They say it's amazing. It's basically you're tapping into the subconscious even further. So the idea is, think of your mind like a well with one of the old school buckets in there. You're putting this question in the bucket, sending it down the well into the subconscious and pulling it back up again to see what's in there. And that often gives people answers. So meditation headspace, ask yourself the prompt in your mind and meditate on that prompt. Repeat it in your mind, hold space for silence for the answers to come up. Give it a try and just see if it works for you. Like I said, it works for some, doesn't work at all for others. So see if it fits your style. So that's it. Those are my tips on journaling for now. I'd love to know what you guys think of this down in the comment section below. And if you like this type of content, you know, I've been in the self-help scene for like 7 or 8 years now, therapy for 4 or 5 years. And I've learned a lot in that space of time. And the purpose of this channel is just to help people to take back their minds from whatever's overpowering them and overcoming them at the moment. That's why the channel is called what it is. So if that resonates with you, if that's the type of stuff you're into, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. It's much appreciated. And this is a tiny channel right now, so I see all my comments. If there's something you're struggling with, put it in the comment section. I will see it and I will do everything I can to help you and make a special video for you and give you as much help as I can. That's the whole point of this channel. So keep commenting. It's great to see that, and I'm here to help everyone I can help. So comment down below, like the video, hit the subscribe button if you're interested, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.